Greetings. How are you? I am, of course, you should know who I am by now. I say it enough. I am Timby Terrell. And this little thing I am doing is called the American Dysfunction. Um, this portion, couple of minutes, I want to take the time to talk about family structure and how is it and why is it our families are so torn down today. And I kind of like want to use my family, as an example because it's real, and I can't deny what's real, what I've been through, what I have seen, and what's around me. Um, about a month or two ago, my brother Amitadi Latham and my little cousin Julius Wise um, were arrested for a murder case. Robert Shea, in Montgomery County in Pennsylvania. And first, I like to my condolences to the family. I truly, out my heart, I really apologize. For their behavior, and their mindsets. Um, a part of me, I'm upset with them because they chose, to get involved with something because the stresses, in their mental mind, them not understanding, how things, routinely, go. I know it's hard, for young men when they get out of jail, they have to regroup, refocus, understand, especially if they don't have a family to go to. And speaking from these two young men, they don't. They don't have families to go to. They really don't, and it's sad because I want to put this on my family. I want to blame my family, for their behavior and their pattern because one thing leads to another. And if you start something and you plant a bad seed, bad things will grow. If you start planting a good seed, then good seeds will grow. So this was a bad seed planted from the beginning. Julius, who was a little bit older than my brother, who's like in his 30s, has been in and out the foster system pretty much all his life. His mother died, when she was, mid-age, due to alcoholism. She had issues in her life. I don't know about his father, but, there was like, he did have brothers. His brother, is like a pastor or deacon of a church. But yeah, his brother played no significant part in his life to help his brother out. And that, really upsets me because this is a man who now speaks of man of God, and you have church congregation people, and here it is, your own brother, your own flesh and blood, has been subjected to more abuse than a little bit, and you can't get over yourself to help out. More importantly, I hate to say it, I love my grandmother dearly, but I blame my grandmother. I really do, because she planted that ignorant seed within the family that made everybody go, to the this way, to the that way, So we grew up with no unit, no basis for a unit. You can't go to my family and talk to them about a drop of water because they brains, they minds, it's just like chaotic. And I know within my own family, there are a lot of families across who have broken units, and it's sad. And my thing is, how do we help these young men and women who come from broken down units and give them a unit? I've mentioned, several things to people, outside, my space, and I've heard responses, and some of them said, well, let's take the kids, out, to countryside and, spend a couple of months with them and then send them back. No, you can't send them back. Once they're out, you need to keep them out. It's important. Why send them back to a chaotic environment with people who don't care, who have issues within themselves, who are not going to participate in their health because they won't participate in their own health? So what sense does that make for people to pioneer on that? I would love to see programs where children get taken out of these units and foster systems and get placed in other places that gives them a chance and allows them to grow and be a part of the productive economy cycle, because they're important. They're the future. You know, all these old rich motherfuckers who think they gonna live to be 102, okay, but you could be 102. Who gonna run your business? If your kids, if our children, and I'm talking about our black children, you know, are messed up, then trust me, the white kids are getting screwed. The Chinese kids are getting screwed. The Latino kids are getting screwed. The Asian kids are getting screwed. And even if they're coming from prominent families, they want to hang in the inner ranks because they want to get high. They want to do things, you know. And then with them getting drugs, please do not stop trying to pass laws that make marijuana legal. Just stop it. Just don't do it. You got enough kids out here getting high off of wet, still smoking and snorting coke. We don't need to add marijuana onto that list, because then the whole world's going to hell. Straight to hell. Straight. Ain't no skipping. Straight to hell. And no, I'm not trying to fly that bus. I don't want my kids on that bus. I don't want the people that I love and I care about. And I care about all y'all. I don't want that to happen. Bad idea. I know I gotta keep up with the time. Bad idea. But I'll be back because I have more.